sing on the slot. Sing on the slot.
5. On first down, it's gone. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Now gone. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Third and long. It's gone.
I got it.
This is caught. It's Cooks. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, 60 yards. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted, was it audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket. No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Down to the end zone. They'll start this drive at the 20.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
4 down. Check.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. For Carson, CD, quite a season, although maybe somewhat under the radar, but part of the NFL's top rushing offense, and he was 5th in the league.
1,151 yards, 9 touchdowns, and Seattle got back to their identity, which is a run-first offense that provides some pretty good thump inside the tackles. And how about Chris Carson? A 7th-round pick 2 seasons ago out of Oklahoma State. Never ran for 1,000 yards in college. Does it here in the NFL. Pretty underrated name with a big-time game.
41 Mike.
So that'll back him up 5.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Or obstruct the view of other guests will be removed.
Let's go, 14. Watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left.
Tight, move 15.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
Go, Friday.
Rush in.
Tight.
Rush in.
On second down, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Hey.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Gun.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Check 50.
Even. 4 down.
Tight, move 15.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I know you feel that.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
14.
Tight, Chris 15. 18, 18.
41's coming. 41's a mic.
Wilson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Aaron Donald in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go
14.
on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Tight. Move 15.
41. Let's pick it up. It's our time.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Tight. Wide 90.
4 down. 4 down.
Gotta go, gotta go.
4 down. Go, 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 go.
Spot that, spot that.
41's the mic.
Now Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25.
Tempo.
That goes as a gain of 36 on third down.
14.
A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Tight. 280.
Hey. 4 down.
Be alert.
Check 99. Check 99.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
380. Tight.
Wilson throwing again. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. In for the score. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. Extra point pretty close to that right upright, but he does get to go. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Before this next drive gets going, we need to discuss the Hall of Fame inductees. There will be 8 in the 2019 class. We got Champ Bailey, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law. Who else am I forgetting in there?
Well, how about a big guy, a lineman, Kevin Mawai, who was absolutely terrific in his career? How about Ed Reed, with the Baltimore Ravens and the great job he did in the secondary there. Pat Bowlen, Gil Brandt as contributors, the owner of the Broncos and the longtime scout with the Cowboys. And I love the senior committee bringing in Johnny Robinson, the safety with Kansas City.
Tony Gonzalez was a first ballot guy, and of course when I hear Ty Law's name, you think, wow, he started this great Patriots dynasty that we're still living in.
You're exactly right. And the Patriots, with all of their championships, probably underrepresented in the Hall of Fame.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And that's complete to Cooks. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
We got three.
Out of the gun. Goff. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Strong right. Hey, 5.
Fellas, we got 3.
12.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike, 51.
Twos.
Let's go, D. 51's a Mike.
They are going for it. Goff. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, CD, the NFL held its awards show the night before the Super Bowl. And as you and I had speculated the last few weeks, Patrick Mahomes, MVP, Offensive Player of the Year. And for the 2nd straight season, how about Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, Donald was expected. We knew that was going to happen. Mahomes, we thought would happen. There was that school of thought that maybe Drew Brees might walk away with the MVP since he's never won one, but Mahomes a deserving winner. How about the Offensive Rookie of the Year? Saquon Barkley with the Giants. Many thought it might be Baker Mayfield with Cleveland.
Yeah, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Darius Leonard of the Colts, and the Colts Comeback Player of the Year, Andrew Luck, and very deservedly so.
I would say that for sure, and he beat out J.J. Watt, who also would have been a deserving winner. Coach of the Year, I thought was a close vote, or probably should have been closer to me, because I thought Anthony Lynn from the Chargers deserved some respect, but Matt Nagy of the Bears, he ends up winning the award. They went 12-4 in his rookie season.
And then last one we need to mention, Chris Long of the Eagles, well-deserved Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year. Congrats to all.
Yeah, how about that? Donated his first 4 game checks to fund a literacy program that donated free books and mentoring services for families. And remember, last season, he donated every game check to causes that he felt strongly about.
Tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Tight. Blue 80.
Kill.
To look for signals. 14.
41's the Mike. 41's the Mike.
Hey, tempo.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. And the tight end Dixon left side. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. Here's Carson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Move.
Tight. Green 80.
Hey, 4 down.
Good. 4 down. Let's go, 14.
Hey, 4-1.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Tight end left.
DC.
Hey, guys, check me out.
Let's go.
But we got to stand up over there.
After the interception, here's Gone. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Jaron Reed able to drop him for a loss of a couple. On second down, here's Gone. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught inside the 5. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got a first and goal just inside the 5.
3 down. Hey, check.
A shotgun snap for Goff.
Hey, check 20.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. Trying to get it to Woods.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
14.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
12. Tight. 380.
Kill.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Brockers in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now it's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Here we go.
Look out for number 30. Single receiver. Hey, you're
Tula.
single receiver.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll find Everett there, complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Shell.
Watch 82. He likes to sneak out late. Watch 82.
On first and goal, Gurley. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Gurley, of course, was right in the mix for a rushing title, but missed the final couple weeks of the year and ended up finishing third with 1,251 yards, but did have a league-high 17 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, the first since Sean Alexander in 2003-2004 to lead the NFL in total touchdowns 2 years running. How about 2 years in a row he doesn't get a chance to win a rushing title this year because of him?
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Tyler Higbee in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams are in for 6. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. While we have a second here, let's peek back to the Super Bowl. The lowest scoring Super Bowl, Charles, in history, 13-3. And it took us 53 minutes to get our first touchdown of Super Bowl 53.
Can you believe they went into the half 3-0 New England? Stephen Gostkowski with a field goal. Then they finally tie it up with Greg Zerline at the end of 3 quarters of the Rams knocking one through the post. The Patriots, a third team to win the year after losing a Super Bowl, the first since the Dolphins in 1972.
And, of course, the big number now for New England, 6 titles, and they are tied with the Steelers for the most ever. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Check 51, check 51. Punch left. 14. Shot. Green 80.
Come on, baby, come on, let's go.
Final play of the half, it's Wilson. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And out now come the Seahawks. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Oftentimes, when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical, spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing is Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Looks like the offense is going to take another
14.
shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Right. Move.
Good, good. 4 down, 4 down.
4 down. Even.
Tight. Grenade.
Showing eight.
Spot that.
Check Nick.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson.
Crash.
He'll rifle this one deep left. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
14.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Completes it to Dixon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Woo, baby. Get him, boys.
They go again to Davis. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers.
Tempo.
Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Tight right.
95.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
Tight. Blue 80.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Completes it to Dixon. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Wilson, he's got the tight end, Vanette. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Tight. Blue 80.
Single.
Check 50.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Blue 80. Tight.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
Tight.
They'll run him now out of the gun. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making a big-time play?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Hey,
Try it. Green 80. Good, good. 4 down, 4 down.
undercrush.
Operating from the gun. Wilson. There's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle.
Crash.
Doug Baldwin from 10 yards out. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Out to kick is Janikowski.
Number 19, back to return.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Come on, 16. I'm coming, 16. You mine. You mine, baby. I'm in your head all day, baby. Come on.
11.
Coming, baby.
Now Goff on first down.
Let's go.
Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now on second down, this is Gurley.
Run.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Strong right.
Cut. 180.
They'll try and choose some clock with Gurley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Watch tight end. Hey, we got 3 down.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's a deep. Offense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, here's Gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Block 20.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Go, run! Run!
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
That's it, baby.
Gurley again here on 1st down. And a short gain here down to the 22. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter about protect to do that here.